The conclusion solidifies the idea that this is the final edition of the Venerable Period saga, which has been billed as its final installment. Almost all characters have happy endings. Although there is a lot happening on Downstairs as well, Lady Mary's divorce and Cora's financial difficulties take up a large portion of the grand finale. For instance, Daisy and Andy are left in charge of Downton's kitchen and home after Mrs. Patmore and Mr. Carson both retire, this time permanently, in the case of the latter. It's not just Mrs. Patmore and Mr. Carson who are departing from the Abbey. The film's main theme is the household's uncertain future, as Robert struggles with whether or not to formally hand over control to Mary. However, he ultimately makes a significant choice that ushers in a new era for the family. Mary's social standing was threatened by her divorce, but it was significantly restored by the county fair and the dinner party attended by Noel Coward, where a large portion of the community rallied around her. After settling that, Robert acknowledges that it's time to move on in a number of ways. Violet's passing at the conclusion of Downton Abbey as we enter a new era, the dower house has been vacant. Mary becomes the real mistress of the Abbey when Robert, in a fairly symbolic gesture, agrees to move in with Cora and replace his mother in the dower house. The franchise has been preparing for this for a while, especially with the earlier films. Mary is Downton's future, as Violet herself had stated, and Robert's choice to leave his house and take on the position that his mother had held, basically going into retirement and only going to the Abbey, makes this enduring belief a reality. All the household's members, both current and former, come together to bid Robert and Cora farewell on this sorrowful occasion. Since Anna and Bates are also relocating to the dower house, it's also sort of a farewell for them. While Anna is filling in as Cora's lady's maid so she can be with her husband, Bates is able to continue working for Robert. Mary and her 2 kids are the only Crawleys left at the Abbey after Cora and Robert leave and Edith and Tom move out with their wives. Following a tender farewell with Edith, the 2 sisters are at last on good terms after years of conflict. Mary then stands by herself in the big hall, shadowed by Violet's painting. At that point, the actual waterworks start. As Mary remembers everyone who departed Downton in less than nice ways, what initially appears to be a very depressing scene transforms into a lovely glimpse into the past. She first remembers her late husband Matthew as the film itself reminisces about their intimate time spent in that exact hallway. The late Smith then makes a reappearance on screen as Violet as the flashback shifts to one of the numerous parties the Crawleys have hosted over the years. Viewers of the original series will cherish these sequences because they showed a different side of the traditional, arrogant Dowager Countess. The final individual emerges through the whirling mob. At the edge of the room, Sybil, the youngest Crawley daughter who passed away in Season 3, looks as radiant and lovely as she did in real life. While several characters died throughout Downton Abbey's tenure, Matthew, Sybil, and Violet are by far the most notable. Mary and the audience have the opportunity to reflect on the franchise's past and recall the characters that contributed to its development in this concluding scene. Smith passed away in late 2024, so it's a very moving occasion. The grand finale concludes the memorial to her. The credits include views of numerous important couples, including Carson and Mrs. Hughes and Thomas and Guy Dexter, even though the film mostly ends with a flashback sequence. Mary cuddling up with her kids at the end emphasizes the calm that has been found by all of them, as well as the idea that their lives will go on even if we aren't around to see it. The conclusion of Downton Abbey as a television series and as a franchise aren't all that different. While many characters start over, others stay exactly the same, completely happy. The only distinction is that it seems more like the end in this instance. The tale of 2 families, the upstairs Crawleys and the downstairs staff, was at the heart of Downton Abbey, despite its coverage of a world war, many murder trials, and countless scandals. Season after season, viewers watch to see what would happen to them, and they have remained because they enjoy spending time together. Downton Abbey. The grand finale aims to provide more of the same, including endearing interpersonal interactions and lighthearted, low-stakes drama, all wrapped up in a tidy bow. The film reinforces that this is a universe that endures by concluding the franchise in this manner, with the estate now securely in Mary's hands and multiple staff members taking on new roles or retiring. The characters of Downton Abbey live and develop, just like the rest of us. They experience both achievement and sorrow, and their means of subsistence are always changing. For those who have supported this ensemble throughout the entire process, saying farewell is like saying goodbye to friends, and the grand finale's concluding moments honor all of that in the most endearing way conceivable.